Hi YouTube, it's me again. Beauty pageants are the worst. I actually entered a beauty pageant when I was a little kid. My mom entered me because I wanted to try it. But what she said, she's like, I hated it. And we haven't been since. So, you know, I actually still have the photo I took. I still actually own the photo of me when I was in a beauty pageant. Like, if I find the picture, I'll put it up in the corner when I was younger.
I just want to tell you real quick that our merch sale for this block of merch is ending on April 30th. Some Papa Meat stuff. Go to meatcandy.store. Boy, but do whatever you got to do. We'll see you. Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Coming in and sitting down because today we're going to be talking about beauty pageants. If you're one of many average Americans, you probably didn't know too much about pageantry until around the 2010s when toddlers and tiaras exposed millions to all the wild things.
Oh no, I knew about beauty pageants forever. If you're a young child back in the day, you knew what a beauty pageant was. This was before the show. When the show came out, I was like, they're making a show about beauty pageants. But you know, that's just me. I don't know how everyone else was, but I knew about them far before that.
Things that take place in them. I think toddlers and tiaras, that's where Honey Boo Boo came from and all that shit, right? That's the same kind of thing with like Dance Moms.
Shout out Honey Boo Boo.
Weird child.
Her mom fucking sucks dick.
I don't know.
But she seems a cool person.
Huh? I didn't know about it until I saw the It's Always Sunny episode when Frank does a beauty pageant for children.
That was probably around the same time it was getting popular, too.
I think so, because I just remember whenever I saw it, I thought it was just the premise of the show, and it's like, no, this happens. You're like, huh? Something that seemed so innocent on the surface was revealed to be a source of deep trauma for children across the country. No. Not only just kids being judged on their looks at an extremely young age, but then parents forcing them to do that? That causes trauma? Are you sure?
On national television?
On national television? Grown adults calling these little girls pigs? No. This is because many pageant contestants begin when they're incredibly young and are sometimes forced into it by their parents, leading to brutal training programs in the hopes of taking the top spot. What is the top spot? Being Miss Universe? What is a big one? What's the big?
I think it is Miss
Actually,
Universe.
I do remember this from the older person pageants when Steve Harvey read the wrong contestant.
That was
whatever.
Miss Universe.
That's Miss Universe. I'm pretty sure that's like the top one. What do you do after that? That's not even Olympic gold. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah. What?
I mean, I guess it's.
What do you get out of a beauty pageant? Because the more I'm thinking about it, the more it doesn't make sense. Do you like get money? If you get money from it, I get it because it's a competition for money. But if you're not getting a lick of cent, it is just be like, you're beautiful. Who the fuck cares? Imagine going to if you work in that fucking McDonald's and then being like, I used to be Miss Universe, and you're like, cool, can I have my fries? If anyone in the comments who were in beauty pageants growing up, let me know what you get out of it. If it's literally nothing, why are we wasting our time?
It's kind of impressive. There was one recently too where I think it was like Miss Thailand or something like that. Her teeth popped out or something. Did you see that?
Oh no!
It's pretty crazy. She just kept dancing and fixed them up.
I know there was like a girl throwing it back or something, doing a funny dance recently on one of these.
At a contestant?
Oh, I love her!
Everybody was like doing like these elegant dances.
Oh yeah, she was
just like, yeah.
You were hitting that shit.
Dude. Gotta change with the times, Nick. It's pageantry. To say there are no contestants who enjoy beauty pageants would be a lie. However, as thousands of women and young girls make careers in modeling,
I love the
and
dress.
enjoy the skills it requires, but it can breed a certain type of monster, especially within parents who think that they can live vicariously through their children. Old dusty bags trying to live vicariously through their young children. That's what happens every time. I found that on those shows too, like if you look at clips from it, almost every time it's a woman who's just like, I always wanted to do it when I was younger, but I couldn't do it. My mom always said I didn't have the structure. Or something like that.
And you're like their child doing things.
Well, exactly. Then they're like, but this is me now, reincarnated. How many of them do you think practice voodoo? You put their soul into their child's gonna be a big star, and your skin will be mine.
Every single one.
I think so too.
That's the secret.
I think that legitimately there is something at play. Some kind of voodoo is at play. Today, we're going to talk about all the craziest aspects of pageantry to see just how insane and depraved it can get. Most people don't realize that pageantry is a multi-billion-dollar
Okay, you do
industry
get money. Okay.
that has been around for over a century. That I did not know. A billion?
Yeah, it's been around for forever.
A bunch of billionaires watching pretty girls and just being, oh, yes, look at them.
Well, exactly. And the golf claps.
Oh, they're started by men? I wonder why.
Just seems like well, especially beauty, like children's beauty pageants, seems like a pedophile's playground.
It is.
Does it not?
Yeah, that's
Who judges that? Well, I mostly judge children's pageants.
Yeah, it's always grown, ugly men judging this shit. With some women. If there's all women, sure. Whatever. But even still, I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing to the self-esteem of these children, first and foremost? Because I'm not gonna go on stage, my kid go on stage and have these grown-ass adults being like, ooh, she's not as beautiful. Her cheeks are not, like, no. Go fuck yourself.
To me, I'd be like,
Yeah, nowadays you're definitely getting some looks.
Even back in the day, I feel like people were like,
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, if it was the 80s, I'm sure they're like, it's weird, but hey, a man's got to earn a living.
The older, I think
it was a little different.
You don't think people would be like, man, that's awesome. You do that?
I mean, I guess maybe. I just feel this idea of like, maybe like, well, I judge their looks and what's their bodies and how they, you know, what's their skills, and you're like, huh? Rewind. Hey, we want to give a quick shout out to our favorite sponsor, Gamers. And
that's awesome.
they're so the beauty pageants date back to 1921 in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
The nation's landfill. When contestant Judge Phineas T. Barnum organized the first Miss America pageant to increase tourism. And this contest was very successful and paved the way for women around the world, as it was the first national women's beauty contest fucking ever. I don't know about that, but it was a big one. Fast forward to today, and the pageantry industry is worth over $5 billion. However, many question the ethics of the contest themselves.
Yeah.
Some find that the idea of pageants is outdated, as many exclude married women and mothers.
Whoa.
As they should.
What?
And these kinds of rules might seem extreme. However, many pageants also have rules for specific weights and body proportions at every level, from infants to grown women. I do like how the pageantry is just like, once you have your child, the body is basically discarded. I mean, look, the C-section scar looks disgusting, does it not, gentlemen? Notice I have to have like one old woman there. We're not misogynistic. We have Bertha. Isn't that right, Bertha?
Yes. Yes. The C-section scar scares me. Yes.
Looks like Captain Hook was playing with her belly. Come on, get her out of my sight. Where are the 19-year-old Puerto Ricans at?
Why specifically Puerto Rican?
My God. Because of this,
He didn't believe he said
they are
that.
directly responsible for accounts of body dysmorphia and eating disorders across millions of girls. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, what is it? What was his? Who was Luther? What was Luther's first name? The guy who nailed the fucking rules on the Martin Luther. That's Martin Luther King. John
No.
Luther.
I don't know. Luther who?
Luther,
Which
the
one?
guy- The people like the Lutheran religion, the sect of
I think
Christianity.
it was
Oh.
Luther.
What is?
Yeah.
Are we not just thinking Martin Luther King?
Well, no.
No.
That's where Martin Luther King got his name from.
Really?
Martin Luther.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that true?
That's
Fact
Martin
check.
Luther. I had the same thing because, you know, Martin Luther wrote a book about Jews. I was like, Martin Luther King wrote about the Jews.
Was it a good book?
Bad. Bad book.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
My buddy had it. He's like, look at this.
Why do you have it?
Why do you have it?
Some guy nails all these rules to a board. He's just like, you're only pretty if you're in these parameters. You see me? All you little
The
pigs.
Kansas education's
What about
ass,
eating
man.
Animal Farm?
You don't
You're
know
all
shit.
disgusting.
This is like
Except
common
for you,
knowledge.
Cynthia.
Thank you.
Yeah, she gets stoned to death.
See, even if they are beautiful, you have to tell them they're disgusting just to kind of keep that power dynamic.
Nagging.
Yes.
You gotta nag him.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're beautiful, but your teeth are that of a donkey. Go pin the tail on yourself and leave me alone. I like how we're giving
That's crazy.
these judges way more power than they definitely have, as if anyone actually gives a fuck. And on top of this, many argue that there's really no societal benefit to keeping them around, since all they do is perpetuate stereotypes and reinforce near impossible beauty standards to an audience that has slowly been declining for decades, which is true. Who's just
Yeah.
like, dude, gotta go home. Gotta tune into the Miss America beauty pageant. Beauty pageants have long been controversial, as feminist leaders in the 60s and 70s criticized them for issues that remain relevant decades later. Plus, recent polling has shown that people believe the morals and values of pageantry just don't align with modern values. I mean,
They
we're talking
don't.
about, pageantries from the 1920s. Hello?
Yeah.
And to have children
Well,
get involved in them?
also-
Come on.
It's extremely, not to be fucking performative male here, but how condescending is the entire thing? Now, what do you want to do when you're older?
I want to drive a race car.
Regardless of what you believe, not everyone agrees with the negative narrative surrounding pageants. While there is valid criticism of these contests, many supporters of pageants
Excuse me.
argue that they are a great way to build young girls' confidence from an early age.
That's not true.
Welcome to fucking delusion land, dude. Hey, tickets for 2. Are you?
Nigga, that ain't fucking true. The amount of people I've known and read about that were in pageantry when they were kids come out to have just like a bunch of like issues as adults. Like, be it like self-esteem issues, can't even look themselves in the mirror because they see one flaw and you're like, oh, I'm bad. I'm like, no, honey, no, you just got imprinted on because these fucking grown-ass adults are telling you what you're supposed to look like, and let's be real, a lot of the beauty pageants are inherently racist. Can we talk about it? Like, because it's all based on how your skin tone and all that stuff, I feel like. Just was like, I swear to God, they had to do did they do the brown paper bag shit? Because I know for a fact they were doing that shit. If he talks about kudos, but I don't know. If they did it, I wouldn't be shocked, is what I'm saying. But yeah, it's just me. I gotta wash this hoodie. I just dropped sauce on it. Gross.
Fucking kidding me?
Maybe the ones who win, but even then, they're not.
Even then you're just like, now you gotta keep winning. Don't forget to keep winning. You're slipping up. Ooh, you got silver this week? You must not be as pretty as you used to be. That'd be even worse. So
Yeah.
I'd just be at the bottom of the totem pole the entire time. I have nowhere to go but up. You know what I'm talking about? Big, thick girl, big fucking ankles, swollen cankles. That's how I'd start off. Be like, look at my mom one day. The shoes fit. You're going to be a very pretty little piggy, aren't you? Oink, oink, oink. And that's right. That's...
Stop it.
Okay. All right. No more of that. We no longer hate women on this channel.
I love women. You got to say it.
You say it, and then I'll lip sync it.
I love women. You didn't even move your lips.
Yeah, I did. I moved my lips.
No, he's trying to do it for the bit.
Look like a horsey.
Is the bit worth it?
Besides performing on stage, many girls use pageantry to network and even earn scholarships that help them achieve their career goals. Like with any competitive event, it also helps people build discipline. But with the amount of horror stories that come out from the scene, it's hard not to see why people want to stay away from them once and for all. Once you're out, you kind of want to be like, I'm done, right? All right, put me back in. My discipline's lacking, Jackie. I need to get back in. From the outside, the concept of a beauty pageant seems simple. You go out on stage, all dressed up, follow rehearsed performance in front of the judges, and make your way out. However, the world of pageantry is filled with all sorts of random segments and rules that most people are unaware of.
Girl, what are we doing?
I didn't know about this. I thought the whole thing was 15 minutes long. No. You would think that you'd be like, all right, what's your name? Jessica? What do you do? I'm like, really good at math? Okay, your dress looks nice. All right, bye. I mean, I thought that was it. I thought that was no. Not at all. These events often includes rounds of interviews, talent shows, and personal presentations, which I just don't understand that. It feels like that was one of the most demeaning things I've ever seen in my life.
I don't understand why.
Is it like, I don't know, I haven't seen Hunger Games in so long, but didn't they do this? Didn't they touch on that shit in that movie where it's just like all that beauty pageant shit, the interviews and all that? I don't know. Is that what I'm thinking of? Because I'm just like, yeah, no, that's a lot. Because for a scholarship, for, I don't know, something.
You have to do a personal presentation.
It's like reading. It's like having a baseball player read the back of his own baseball card.
Exactly.
It's like the weird. All right, now be self-masturbatory for a little bit, but be cute about it or something.
You can't be too cocky because then they're like, oh, a woman.
Well, it's like literally a thing that they judge is just being like. It's just like, oh, like her attitude was nice. Is that not? I mean, is that not like just demeaning as fuck?
It is demeaning.
I really thought that she was earnest. I didn't think that she was like a bitch. You know what? Out of 10, a 7.2. You're not just competing to see who is the most beautiful, you're also competing to see who is the most mature and well put together contestant. Only at the very end of the entire contest do people put on their best outfits and walk the stage. That's at the end. I thought that was the beginning. No. That's the last.
That feels backwards.
The only thing.
Well, that's kind of progressive, though. It's like interviewing for a job.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, like, what is the difference to me between modeling and like bodybuilders? Like a bodybuilder, you're judging like the shape, the size of muscles, like very specific muscles that have grown, whatever. It seems also like we're like, I don't see the difference between them. But if you have like an eye for it, you can see like, oh, well, this is, there's like certain.
Yeah, you have to have a specific eye to it.
People are like, that's body dysmorphia too. But that's like a
yeah.
But people are like, oh, well, people train their ass off and people respect that. And the modeling is another thing where it's like you have to have a certain look. There's a certain artistic pageantry to it as well. But in the middle, the beauty pageants, it's I don't know. Do people feel the same way about it, you think?
Yeah. Well, being a beauty pageant contestant could probably lead to modeling gigs, maybe.
I have a feeling that some of them already are models.
That's what I'm thinking. I feel like some of them already are models or want to be models. I feel like a lot of them is I want to be a model, so I'm in a beauty pageant. And so but they forget you also. But as he said, like there's probably a lot of networking, so it's just like a bunch of networking, and you gotta talk to people, maybe possibly get some brand deals, maybe be in commercials. I feel like if that's what beauty pageants will be for, then that would make a lot more sense to me. But it's just kind of like I feel like I'm in the Hunger Games. But I don't know.
And then I'm like, why are you doing this side quest? The side quest, I don't understand. For the talent portion of the contest, participants can literally do anything they deem impressive. It can be very strange. Over the years, there have been tons of insane or weird talents presented to the judges that also shocked audiences. Playing an instrument is a very common talent, but some go for the gold by attempting ventriloquism or freestyle roller skating to stand out. One of the most memorable performances that helped a contestant win occurred at the Miss Mundo Chile pageant in 2025 when Ignacia Fernandez performed songs from her death metal band, and it was pretty fucking sick, actually.
Do you think anyone has done the Gluck Gluck like talent and has impressed anybody?
See, this is why you'd make a good judge. You have the same mind of like a 75-year-old man. How do you think she sucks dick? I can't be the only one, right?
I'm just wondering if anyone has done it and it's won them.
No.
No one has performed fake fellatio.
Okay, I was gonna say it is just like imagine like a foot, like 2 foot.
No, Nick, no. Let's think. You're supposedly in your 40s. Come on, let's think.
Pony dog.
You think so highly of yourself. 2 foot coney dog? That's me. Another big part of these contests is the interviews, which usually involve a brainy section where judges ask contestants hard questions about politics or social issues. And it's hard questions because it's so vague.
It is.
There's so many ways where, one, it's like it's asking a toddler something. Those toddler questions they can be devastating because it can also make you look like, I don't know, a fucking moron or also just evil. How would you help the earth? I would like to make initiatives.
Yeah, no, literally, like, how are you gonna help her, nigga? Okay, I don't know. Recycle, keeping compost. I don't fucking know. That's such a loaded question because there's so many options, but also just like, what the fuck are you talking about? The fuck I'm gonna do? Do I look like a goddamn scientist? Do I look like I work for the government? No, bitch. I'm just here to look sexy. What are we talking about?
Okay, so I guess child pedophilia isn't a problem. Cool. Yeah, there's no way you can choose one thing. It's
nitpicky.
Where there's no real way to incorrectly say something, but there's no, in my opinion, no real way to say the right thing.
That's why you just do the cop out and do, I want to help everyone.
But then it's just a thing where like, wow, so you have no moral values. There's nothing specific that you actually like.
I said everyone. Everyone who's in need.
Are you God? Yes. And then if she took flight, now that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I request that we cut off every pedophile's penis and balls. That's what I would do.
I agree.
That's
cut it all off.
Good.
Well, you wouldn't
cut off,
because
hang it up in front of their house,
like,
let them know.
That's me.
Oh, you're talking about the judges.
Yeah, the judges.
Not the contestants. Yeah. Well, most pass with flying color.
Yeah. Let me talk about that. Call all the pedals penises, and you know what you do? You put them in a little fucking baggie. It's a black bag. They wrap it up. Hey, you know how they do they behead like folks back in the day? They put them on spikes. They just displayed them in front of like their homes and shit. We do that, but we put your balls and your dick in a bag, black bag, put it on a fucking spike, so it won't leave, and then you fucking put that spike in the ground and has it dangling in the wind like a fucking flag. So every time people pass by, they know. They know. That yeah, that's my idea.
Not all can form well thought out answers under immense pressure, leading to extremely embarrassing moments, which I always find this to be odd because I would have to imagine that they tell you what the question you're going to get. Or there has to be some kind of training of like, if they ask this question, this is your answer. Like you would assume that there would be not too many curveballs.
They probably say, they give you like 10 scenarios. Or they do know the question, they just get choked up.
Yeah, I mean, it's pressure. Who knows? In 2007, Miss Carolina, Caitlin Upton, was competing to become Miss Teen USA when she was asked a serious question, and I quote, "Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. What do you think this is?" Instead of answering the question about the American education system, she gave such a baffling response that it left everyone dumbfounded, ironically, making her a living example of the very problem the judge asked about. She opened her statement by saying this.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some
Oh my god, I remember this.
don't have maps.
And then she went on to ramble about South Africa and Iraq before ending her speech by saying, "We need to build a better future for the children." Don't know if that's... you can answer that.
See, I would have been like, repeat that?
Why would people know that when our education system has no funding? Teachers...
Alright, look, try again. If I asked that question, I would have been like, basically I'll basically bump up this like, yeah, like, because our education system is trash. But also, I wouldn't even completely blame it on the education. I would also blame it on the parental guidance, because as a parent, you're the first teacher. If your kid doesn't understand something from school and they have homework or whatnot, you as a parent would also have to teach them what way or another of the educational system that you're in. You both have gone to school in the U.S. and you need to figure that fucking out. And if you haven't, if you haven't, you know, like if you don't know how the education system is and whatnot, I would be like, yeah, but you could also just help your kid. But I wouldn't fully put blame on like parents that are like, I'm losing track of what I'm trying to say. Because it's such a long question, because I have a lot to say about the education system, and it's not entirely the education system's fault. A lot of times it's these new parents with these kids, it's just like not... Because remember, parents would just help them with help kids' homework. They just assume parents... They assume a lot of them assume teachers are parents, and they're not parents. They're not. They're teachers. And as as the parent of your child, you're supposed to be there to actually help and educate the kids that you can't. Also, is that the fucking clown from Metalocalypse?
Are fucking put to the side, and they're not given any support through any kind of school systems, and they're supposed to what? Be the parents of your children while you're at your job? Guys, how about you look at yourselves? Why aren't you teaching your kids where America is on the map, huh? And I fucking put it on them. I'm asking the judge, what's your name?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
You would literally have to throw it back at them, like, why aren't you doing it? As American citizen, why aren't you doing it? Why are you doing it? You gotta teach the kids the stuff that you know too. That's how you educate the next generation. Let them know what you know, and that teachers will help them know what they don't know, what you don't know, and then, you know, that's how education works. You bounce back ideas, but also you bounce back just facts and history and everything. But if you're not even gonna do that for your kid, why are you even here? Why are you even doing this?
What's your son's name? Because how'd you know? What's your son's name? Marcus? Does he know where his map is? Well, of course, definitely. Yeah, probably because you're a rich fucking judge and you're in a level of privilege that not all of these young Americans are at. And I'm sick and tired of lumping in everyone together. There's a problem.
Holy shit.
And we have got to get out of Iraq.
10 out of 10.
I mean, if you answer something like that, wouldn't that would crush, right?
That would crush.
Yeah.
If you put it on the judge, and then it's just like, well, because guess what? If you do that to judges, all three of them, you do it to all three of them. They're coming after me now. They're gonna have to give you a high score. What about you? What's your fucking daughter's name? I don't. What is her name? Shannon. I don't have to say it. We're doomed. We're doomed. He's like, fuck the pageant. I'm running for office, and everyone's like, and I'm like, I'm gonna clean shit up. That's when I get my slogan. I think there's a lot of trash all over the audience. I fucking think so too. I'm like, how about we clean it up? And I get shot.
I get shot.
Pull out the AR-15.
And then I'm outside of the Cincinnati airport. I get shot in the chest twice. Cancer was so bad that late night shows and hordes of people online began making fun of her and how ridiculous she sounded. So, to try and restore her image, she went on to multiple news outlets for interviews and claimed that when she answered, she did not fully comprehend the question because she was overwhelmed. Which, to be fair, I could see that being.
Yeah, she's a
Also, just
teenager.
high-pressure situation. I'm watching a beauty pageant. What the fuck do you want from me? Am I supposed to tell you?
Yeah, it's a beauty. First, it's a beauty pageant. Second, I'm a teenager, so I'm probably 16. I don't fucking know. My fault, gang. But there's like 12 billion people in the audience, and I'm dissociating on stage. It's not my fault. I remember seeing that shit. That shit was.
Like, am I supposed to tell you
that
why?
was a meme for a bit, I
can't
think.
fucking tell you why. Maybe they don't have maps. That's also not a bad answer, actually. They don't have fucking. Do you have a map? No. Hmm?
Is that to skirt just the looks aspect? It's
Yes,
like, ask these-
100%. Because it's the same thing with. It's like what I said about models. Models, people like the stereotype is that they're all very dumb. So I think that to skirt the idea that this is just a modeling pageant, they have to answer somewhat like they have to become like not only do they have good looks, but they're educated. That kind of thing.
Got talent.
You know, and they have a talent. This isn't the only time a contestant has been flustered on stage. Sometimes the judges ask ridiculous questions, and the average person could never answer. On more than one occasion, a judge has asked a contestant about U.S. hostage policies and how they would deal with detainees in Guantanamo Bay before being exchanged for U.S. prisoners. The insanity doesn't stop there.
What?
At a pageant in 2015, a judge asked a contestant how she would deal with a threat posed by ISIS after the recent beheading of 2 journalists. Okay? Many argue that the brainy portion of the contest is unnecessary and should be removed because when judge asks questions like this, it often confuses contestants and makes them look bad, almost like it's for entertainment and not to genuinely demonstrate their intelligence. And it could also be the case that they do this.
Yeah,
for
it's not demonstrating intelligence. Because most of the time this is a political question. So it's like, I gotta structure my brain and what I'm trying to say before on the spot, I gotta say this. I'll be like, nigga, this isn't a fucking debate class. This is beauty pageant. What are we doing?
Clips that serve as marketing stunts that, you know, attract more viewers, especially in this time of clip farming and all that stuff. I don't think that like old media is as stupid as people think. I think there's more times that they're just like, we need to infiltrate this market. I think that they are actively doing that. So I do think that they throw them questions like that where it's like, why don't you try answering that?
Also, yeah, if they don't like a certain person, they'd be like,
Oh, yeah,
question.
yeah.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah. How do you think this is rigged? I could see like the.
I absolutely think it's rigged.
Slipfax money if you let her win.
Like, it's gotta be in the millions.
I mean, maybe.
I for
More
sure,
money.
I 100 believe they do that for the kids version, the kids pageant. They do that. Like, yeah.
I'm talking tennis, golf. I'm talking the old money, definitely. Many contestants who participate in beauty pageants have been doing it their whole lives. While some were initially interested on their own, there's a large majority of girls who are
What
forced
is that?
to participate by their insane.
That mom
and
needs a
narcissistic
burn in actual hell. Get that off that baby's body.
pageant moms. Here we go, boys.
Oh, here we go.
Up.
Oh,
The
let me sit up.
phenomenon of pageant moms was given the front stage through shows like Toddlers and Tiaras.
Uh-huh.
For 6 straight seasons,
6?
viewers witnessed grown women fighting each other over pageant drama and putting their kids in questionable situations, all to live out their own dreams and make some cash. What made things worse was that the camera crew and production would encourage this kind of behavior to make the show juicier. If full-grown men stuff just being like, I heard that she called her a bitch and she called your daughter fat. Go tell her. Producers on these shows 100% fabricate drama.
They do.
And they like put stuff in your ear. Even if it's not, I don't think that all of it is entirely fake, but I do think that they lie to the contestants.
They will
to get them
100%
riled
lie.
up.
They'll tell the cameramen stuff, well, in confidence, lol. But it's more like they tell the
You say lol?
yeah.
I mean, I say Lamau, but that's another
They
thing.
tell the cameraman stuff. So then the cameraman will be like, hey, you know, Jessica's talking shit on you. To, yeah, instigate like
Well, it's
that.
the same shit. That's why I watched the Jerry Springer documentary, whatever, and they would just get him drunk.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And they'd be like, aren't you fucking mad? That's why they came on stage and they'd run out and start beating the shit out of the person because a lot of them were fucked up. I have to imagine that, especially, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Pageant moms, winos, dude. You kidding me?
Oh, wine moms
just-
for sure.
I have the charcuterie board and some barefoot red wine if you want some. Maybe I could.
Barefoot, ew.
Bear trap.
Get some
Exactly.
Stella Rose at
It's a little
least.
raccoon cage for 'em. They're getting all hopped up on fucking wine.
Speaking of wine, I had some Stella Rose Black. That shit is so fucking good. I see why I won some awards and shit. That shit's so good. It tastes like an Italian wine. I like it. It's like a red sweet Italian wine that I had. It's so fucking good. And then I forgot I took an edible yesterday, so I drank wine and edibles. So I was crossfaded. But I was fine. I got some work done.
and charcuterie boards, and they're going out swinging. Definitely, dude. Raising their voices and shit during pageants. Yeah. Multiple clips showed toddlers being interviewed and then breaking down in tears because they were overwhelmed by the chaos of the events. Sometimes they would try to run away, but the camera crew would chase them down until the parents intervened. The children
what
would
the
try
fuck?
to flee, only to be chased by two men. Get back here. Don't say it. Having the TV crew appear at your pageant was a big deal and would send mothers into a frenzy, causing them to do whatever it took to get themselves and their children on the show. Hearing that the TLC show would be at her local pageant, Wendy Dickey decided to dress her 3-year-old daughter as a Vivian Ward, the sex worker from the movie Pretty Woman, hoping to get on TV. Which, if you don't remember, the movie. The guy that shoved the gerbil up his ass, and then Julianne Lewis. All I know, she has that scene where he does. The recreation was nearly identical, with the same revealing outfit paired with thigh-high black boots. Ugh. The outfit got a ton of backlash from parents who were astonished someone would dress their toddler this way. And when questioned, Wendy defended herself, saying that it wasn't that bad because her original outfit choice was even more revealing. My God. Why would you say that out loud?
Why would you say that?
Never be in a G-string and a coconut bra. Another mother thought it was a good idea to dress their 5-year-old daughter as Dolly Parton and give her massive fake boobs and a butt so she could strut around on stage. The girl's father was divorced from her mother and knew nothing about the pageantry, so he immediately filed for custody and demanded she stop performing. Thankfully, the judge and a court psychologist agreed that the mother was causing irreparable harm by forcing her daughter to perform under such unusual circumstances, and they awarded custody to the father.
Good shit. I was about to say, no, take that fucking baby away from that beast. That troglodyte. Yeah, cause no, cause if you don't tell the daddy, I don't give a damn you divorce. Divorce or not, if you have children, you still have to communicate what you're doing with my kid and whatnot. Unless it's like, you know, if it was like a mutual like thing, like the marriage didn't work out type of relationship, yeah. But if it's that type of divorce where it's like, we couldn't work out, whatever, and we just couldn't work out, and I let her keep the kids, and I found out later that she's putting my baby through pageants, yeah, I'm gonna be like, give my fucking baby back. The fuck is wrong with you?
My God.
King
shit. Get that baby.
God's building a church. He's gonna march like a mighty army man. I mean, holy shit. How many times does that happen?
Rare.
Fucking
Rare.
Never?
Very rare.
Good lord.
Actually, not as rare as you think. Because some cases, the dad will get custody of the kids. Usually by either, like, the kids consent to go and wish with other parents or whatnot. But yeah. It's not as rare, but it's rare for it to be... It's not as rare as you think, but... It's still good that he, like, took that baby out of that fucking disgusting cave of hell from that fucking monster.
Lord. I mean, a court psychologist being like, what?
What the hell?
She puts me and makes me be a spider monkey, and she throws me on stage.
I have to do cartwheels.
Also, these are toddlers.
A toddler saying this.
Yeah, she puts me in.
Also, a court psychologist, like, looking at like a 3-year-old being like, there's no way that this woman should have custody of this child. You know what I mean? Have the mom sitting there. What? What did I do wrong?
Could have been worse.
Could have been way worse. Is that a threat? Jesus.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that a
The parents of
threat?
these kids all react the same to the backlash. They claim that they are not exposing their daughters to any sexual predators by dressing them this way. I'm not! Okay?
Girl, you're at a beauty pageant. You absolutely are, unfortunately.
Hey, there's no creeps here. Right, Ben? This guy in the corner. No. Ironically, years later, many mothers did admit to having creeps message them about how sexy their daughters' outfits were.
What'd I say? I told you, I'm like, you're putting him in a pageant. You're gonna have fucking disgusting creeps gonna call up on you and be like, she's so beautiful. Get away from me. Assume the worst in men. I'm sorry. Like, assume the worst. Especially online, because they're disgusting, and they're outing themselves so much online, you better not accept it. Fuck that. You gotta be careful. Don't put your babies out like that.
This is the biggest problem that beauty pageants face. In countries like the US and Colombia, which literally host 8-year-old bikini contests, it's somehow not viewed as a big deal. How?
How?
I'm not sure. Maybe because we're terrible. Can't tell you. On the other hand, countries like France have banned beauty pageants for
Good.
children under 13 because of how overly sexualized they are.
Good.
It's France too. Think about that. The most sexual country in the world. They're just like,
Yeah, even in France, literally the most they're the most sexual country ever. They're like, no, we don't want this.
that's too far. Versus like America and Colombia, whatever. Super religious Bible Belt thing. Well, we gotta put the toddlers in extremely revealing outfits. Not for me. Okay, not for me. It just goes to show that regardless of whether it was on TV or not, it was often not about the kids. It was always about the selfish parents who wanted fame.
It's
In
always a
interviews,
parent.
Pageant moms have admitted to going bankrupt funding their daughters' pageant careers. From endless flights to entry fees and dresses, they took risky sacrifices thinking it would all pay off in the end. But if the little princess doesn't win first place and bring home the money, then there's hell to pay. Behind closed doors, parents have been caught motivating their children by telling them to go make mommy and daddy some money. And when they don't, they are scolded or shamed for wasting their parents' money on a poor performance. Fair. To ensure their kid performs at their best, pageant moms will also resort to very shady practices. The most common and perhaps most well-known is the use of sugar to keep their kids amped up before going on stage, right? They're gassing them up as much as they possibly can. It's basically the child's version of cocaine here.
I actually heard there was a kid that would just drink before going on stage to get like in character, and I'm like, the police should be called. If you work in a beauty pageant and you even have a whiff of that shit, of that child having any type of drugs, alcohol, whatever, the police will need to be called. I don't give a fuck about your stupid ass fucking pageant. It's stupid anyway. Jobless activity. Like, no.
A bump. Yeah, mommy's a bump.
It's not even a hobby.
Get it? Oh. On Toddlers and Tiaras, Honey Boo Boo's mother would give her go-go juice, a mixture of Mountain Dew and Red Bull, before going on stage. That happened. Her reasoning was that other mothers would give their kids pixie sticks, otherwise known as pageant crack, for the energy boost it gave contestants. However, Honey Boo Boo didn't get hyper enough from just a single pixie stick. Even after receiving 15 of them at one point, it seemed to have literally no effect. 15 pixie sticks.
Jesus Christ.
On a child. Following the viral
Well, that mom is also sucks too. She's the worst.
spread of the go-go juice, many mothers began giving their kids sugary drinks, including large coffees with powdered sugars. One mother even admitted serving it to her toddler in a sippy cup since she was 9 months old. Black coffee with sugar.
I'm sorry?
9 months old. That's what truckers drink.
That's gonna give that fucking poor baby a heart attack in the future. What the fuck is wrong with you people? At that point, CPS needs to be called. And not even that, just, where's the husband at? At that point, take the baby. Divorce, take the baby.
Mom, can you give me a pick-me-up or not?
Call the parent. Ooh, here's one. Call the parents. Either the parent-in-laws or her parents. Because if her parents don't play that shit, call them up. I know the dad gonna cuss her the fuck out.
You know what?
You give my goddamn baby coffee?
I don't want any sugar, just give me the boners. You're a beautiful little girl, just like dried up. Thank you, mother. Another lesser-known reason the mothers handed out sugar was that they forced their children to stay up all night before the pageant, fearing they would roll over in their sleep and ruin their makeup.
What?
What?
That's okay. That's fine. Sleep-depriving children is good. That's because these mothers will spend thousands of dollars to have their kids dolled up to perform each week, and having them mess up their makeup was a major investment loss. And most of the time, the kids have to be strapped down because they can't sit still for hours on end.
They're
In an episode of
toddlers.
And Tiaras, a mother took her 5-year-old daughter to get her eyebrows waxed before a pageant. Before she even sat down, she was visibly trembling from fear, and when she laid down in the chair, it turned into a disaster. The waxer had applied the wax at too high of a temperature, burning the young girl's skin, and then when she ripped it off, chunks of her burnt skin came off with it.
That's why you don't fucking sweat. That's common fucking knowledge not to give your toddler or child waxing. Don't do that shit until like fucking 14. Because they don't need it. When they're older, yeah, but not when they're children. Their skin is so sensitive to like heat and everything. Like, you gotta be careful. Sorry I wasn't making any fucking sound when I was just watching that fucking child get her eyebrows waxed. It's because, why would you do that? You're stupid. You don't deserve to be a parent. You should stop being a parent. I hope she never contacts you again. She leaves high school and she doesn't come back again. She starts living with her friends because she don't want to talk to you. And then when she talks, and when they're like, honey, why aren't you talking to, honey, I haven't talked to, Cindy in so long. He's like, honey, he's like, oh, I talked to her literally yesterday. She's fine. She's just chilling with her boyfriend. It's like, well, she has a boyfriend? I didn't know that. Oh yeah. Yeah. Calls her up. Yeah, it's like, you sure you don't want to invite your mom to the wedding? No, Dad. Do not bring that bitch to my wedding. Or I'm not inviting you either. Okay, that's fine. When are you even divorcing her, Dad? Aren't you still sleeping with my teacher? Yeah. You know, she's the way she is. Dad, you're gonna have to leave there. You're gonna have to give her the papers. I'll give it to her after the wedding. You promise? Yeah, I'm already in the process with my lawyer. It's okay. We'll get at it. We'll get at it. I promise. All right, Daddy. Love you. Love you too. Love that scenario.
Do shows like this actually not get like the FCC involved or something?
Well, I think at that point it's on the mother, right?
Well, yeah, but if this,
Yeah.
I should know. I mean, wouldn't you be compliant if you saw this kind of thing in your document? I mean,
They displayed on cable TV such as. Why not? Why? That should be involved.
I'm sure there's like litigious It's the FCC, right? It seems weird that you're not compliant because you're doing nothing to just be like, well, you probably shouldn't do that.
If you
right?
showed it, yeah, that's the thing. But and there's also your dangerous practices.
What's I mean, you're showing all of it. Even if you didn't show it, you would still be there. And you're like you were still behind the scenes.
Because mind you, if there was a black only beauty pageant, they would have absolutely been like, you need to shut it down. You can't be doing these practices. Like if they were doing all this shit. Notice how you don't see any there's probably black beauty pageants moms that are crazy too, but they're so rare. And what I've seen, I haven't seen any, but you know, this video is 45. Let me keep.
Witness everything and didn't report it or something. Seems odd. When the
I'd
episode
report
aired,
it.
people were
I'm a
outraged
snitch.
that a mother would even think of putting their daughter through a procedure that most adults struggle to handle. And it might seem inhuman for a mother to do something like
Look
that.
at her
to their
hair
child,
too,
but
burnt.
Some have gone even farther. In 2011, a California mother was caught giving her 8-year-old daughter Botox because she allegedly complained about having wrinkles. CPS was quick to investigate the mother and found that the mother had been illegally obtaining Botox and injecting her daughter without medical supervision. And when CPS asked the daughter what she thought, she said that her mother got the idea from her other pageant moms and that it didn't bother her because she got used to the pain. Which also, and I want to say too, TLC got a lot of hate from that episode that they aired. Not that it really matters. They're like, I don't give a fuck. We're going to keep doing it. But I will say that Botox, I mean, like, how do you sleep at night? How do you mentally get to that place? You have to be such a damaged person yourself. I'm going to give you the life I wish I had.
Damaged
Well,
or
yeah,
just
I was
you
gonna
don't
say,
care?
I bet some parents think like anything for my sweetheart. Like I want to make her happy.
Are they disguising the thing of like anything for my sweetheart when really?
Yeah, when really they're just fucking putting their belief, their like what they couldn't have growing up onto their kids, assuming that their kid is just their mini me. Like, no, that kid is not you, bitch. You've already lived your life. This kid is living their own life. Get your own. Get a hobby.
They're just like, I want anything for me to like get that satisfaction for myself. Probably.
Yeah, it's definitely like an excuse because who's planting these things in their heads? Where it's just like it's the mom. You know?
Yeah, it's the mom.
It's
and
always
the
the mom.
Came from a place of like extreme trauma and all kinds of stuff too. Just insane how people process that shit, man. It's
And that's why I say therapy needs to be a fucking regulated thing around the entire fucking country. Like especially if you grew, I feel like if you're gonna have your first kid, your doctor will have to be the first one to be like, you will go through therapy to figure out your whole life situation before that baby comes out of your goddamn body. Because you're not gonna bring a child into this world and you got some fucking issues. And you're gonna, because the chances of you putting that shit onto your child is too high. See, that would be me. That'd be me.
It's wild. The idea that your child must achieve these unhealthy beauty standards to even be considered successful is exactly why so many people hate beauty pageants. These mothers are so pathetically fragile because their entire mood hinges on their child's performance. This kind of belief puts so much unnecessary pressure on the child that it affects them years later. On its surface, the world of beauty pageants is all sunshine and rainbows. But once you dig a little deeper, you get a glimpse of how truly chaotic it is. From narcissistic moms putting their daughters through hell to the tight rule books that cause injuries and mental distress. It's no wonder beauty pageants have been growing more unpopular every year. And you know what I gotta say, if there's any beauty pageant contestants that are watching our videos now, and we got something wrong or we didn't get, because the only thing too is I can only guess from the perspective of these people. I have no idea. I can't live their experience, so I'd be curious actually to hear if anybody's just like, no, I mean, it was pretty chill, and you know, I imagine not everybody's story is just a fucking nightmare. I mean, there's an obvious trend that's happening that it's like, it's definitely not uncommon. So it is what it is. But until next time, guys, stay pretty. We'll see you in the next one. Probably not a good. Until next time, guys, eat a big fucking cake and don't wear anything beautiful. That better? Until next time, guys, stay classy.
Wear your pajamas and Uggs to Walmart like a true queen.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, for all my queens out there, take some time and wear some sweatpants, Ugg boots, and a 4XL Captain America shirt to Walmart.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you don't do that. We'll see you next time, guys.
I don't dress in my pajamas anywhere outside my house, first and foremost. But yeah, W fucking video. What are my thoughts? Okay. My only thoughts is, I think children's pageantry shouldn't exist. I really shouldn't. The excuse says it's going to build their confidence is wrong, because most of the time it's going to be parents projecting their insecurities from their childhoods onto their kids. It's matching themselves as their children when their children is not them. So do not, if you're a parent and you're like, I'm gonna put my kid through pageantry, don't do it. Don't do it, because the likelihood they're gonna do them pictures and whatever for the pageantry, and they're gonna put it online. People are gonna take those photos. I'm gonna be the truth bomb on you, because with these recent freaks showing up on the internet, you do not want that anywhere in your fucking life. You don't want your kid going through that, because God forbid, because people are online a lot more. God forbid your kid gets a little older and finds an old picture of themselves on some creep's fucking website. Like, no. Do not put them through pageantry. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. Let your child be a child. If they want to go to, I don't know, if they want to have a fucking hobby, at least put them through gymnastics or something. Let them get active or something. I don't know. Baseball, something. Don't do beauty pageants. They're worthless. They're useless. If you get money from them, bitch, you can get money from anywhere. Just get a job. Sorry, but your kid is not your object. Your kid is your kid. You're a child. You're raising a child. Please don't forget that. They're not something to be flaunted over like a fucking piece of meat. They're something you've given life. You've given them life, and your job is to take care of them. Your job is to be their first teacher. Let them learn about life and all that. Teach them math, whatever. Do that. This is for someone who is also a parent, someone who went to beauty pageantry. Yeah, sorry. This is a long-ass video. It's longer than the actual video, but I just had a lot to say because there's a lot to say. Yeah. Fuck beauty pageants. Beauty pageant. If you're a beauty pageant mom, go fuck yourself.